County is now in phase 2 of reopening, meaning all businesses can host up to 50% of their normal capacity.
And as we mentioned earlier, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled it is now illegal for an employer to fire someone because of their sexual orientation. There's a lot to discuss in the business world today. Moses Altsech from the UW School of Business and the owner of Moses Altsech Consulting joins us this afternoon. Hi, Moses. Good to see you.
Hey, it's great to be back, sort of.
Yeah, almost. Let's talk a little bit about phase 2, which started this morning. How significant will that be for local businesses?
Well, you know, it's definitely important. There's a lot of businesses that during phase 1 could simply not afford to reopen at all. And I think this may help some additional businesses to get back in the game. If you look even nationwide, consumer confidence is actually up. People are upbeat about, the future. Even retail, that has taken a real beating, is just maybe 20% below 2019 levels, and it really varies. That's, averages are relative. It really varies tremendously by region. But as long as going into phase 2, we don't throw social distancing, wearing masks, and out the window, and as long as we make progress when it comes to contact tracing, things are going to be okay. It's just a matter of doing it responsibly and remembering that the virus is not over. We just have to be careful, but move forward as well and reopen.
Moses, I know this is not going to save every single business that has been struggling since this pandemic began. Are we going to see more of a difference in the businesses during this phase as to who will be able to survive and who might have to rethink something differently here?
Definitely. And first of all, don't forget that new spikes in infections could actually bring back restrictions. So this is not permanent, which is why I advise caution. But, employment getting back to normal is going to be a slower process, and it's going to be industry specific. If you look at, hospitality, hotels, travel industry are having a harder time. But even restaurants that were really hard hit have become very adaptable. I heard about this company called Wisely out of Chicago that does point of sale systems for restaurants, and it helped some of its clients rearrange their floor plan to adapt to the new reality and even become grocery distribution centers back when there were grocery shortages. So, there are companies that have become really adaptable and have really done well, and more of them are gonna do this in phase 2. It's just that because of the nature of the beast, not all of them are going to survive, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about what happened today at the Supreme Court. A very big day for the LGBTQ community, and a big day for businesses as well. What is the impact and what's the reaction?
I think it's a very big day for anybody who believes in social justice. I don't think there's anything that's an LGBT issue or a women's rights issue. It's just human rights, and it's really important that the Supreme Court has now firmly taken a stand and said that discriminating against people on the basis of sexual orientation or transgender people is against the law. And, society evolves. There was a time when you could discriminate against someone because they were a woman or because of the color of their skin. So change happens slowly, but surely we're moving in the right direction. And I think for most businesses, they know better, and they don't, this is not going to change, anything for them because they wouldn't discriminate in the first place. But it's good to have the legal protection, in place. So it's, I think it's a very good thing.
Mm-hmm. So we know the cement hasn't hardened completely on this idea yet, but you're going to be heading back to campus this fall, right?
Oh yeah, it looks like it. We don't know a lot of the details, and actually, I think that's a good thing. It shows you that folks at the UW, who are above my pay grade, are really putting a lot of thought into the details of how to do it, when to do it, the circumstances, the conditions, and that's really great. But it looks like classes that have under 50 students, or some of those at least, will be face-to-face, and those will probably include my classes. And I miss my students tremendously, actually, and I'm looking forward to that. But it's not going to be business as usual. We're going to do it responsibly. We're going to do it in the right way, and we're not going to cut corners. And hats off to the University of Wisconsin for actually paying attention to detail when it comes to that. I think we have the time between now and September to figure all the details out and do it right. But I'm optimistic about it, and I'm excited about getting back.
Everybody's looking forward to getting back to normal. We're looking forward to seeing you in person again, hopefully sometime soon. But thanks for joining us today. It's great to see you.
I'll be happy to come back. It's my pleasure. Take good care, guys.
You too.